Hello, welcome to the S.H.Figuarts review. This is Sailor Uranus from, well, Sailor Moon. S.H.Figuarts is a standard figure series that incorporates the banner action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. This is a Tamashii web exclusive, of course, hence the box. Bandai Collector's Shop. There's the other side of this cardboard box. I didn't remove that tape, I just sort of opened it from the bottom. You can do that. Not too easy, so do be careful. Here's the Sailor Uranus box. Again, standard Sailor Moon Star S.H.Figuarts box, very colourful, that fits her theme, but also covering a lot of the accessories. Open it up, you have different poses of her. I think that's great. You have the official sort of logo of the company that makes Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon logo, Bandai, Tamashii, and of course 20th anniversary. Is the top of the box and the bottom of the box. If you want to take a closer look at the box art, instruction manual, and photo shoot the figure, please feel free to head over to the Facebook or Flickr link in the video description below. Back of the box also pretty good, showing you all the accessories that you can't find apart from the hands. Back of the box also doesn't tell you that you have a heart-shaped Tamashii stage in there, but you know, if you have bought any of these before, you would know that there is a Tamashii stage in there. Sort of a almost like not metallic gold yellow color for the backing card, because the stage was taped onto the bottom of the pack. Look at that in a sec. And because here is the instructions manual. If you want to take a closer look at those, photo shoot of the figure and box art, please feel free to head over to the Flickr or Facebook link in the video description below. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And ooh, here's the stage on my hand there. Sailor Uranus. No jokes there. Do you know she's the lesbian in the original Japanese version? But in America, like, oh no, not lesbian, because kids would totally think that's wrong, because, you know, LGBT stuff is also lame, so they change into sisters, so it's really weird, because they're like really odd for sister relationship for them, so it's almost like, well, they turned lesbianness to incest, almost. Anyway. Okay. Top pack off. As always with all Sailor stuff, the hands come in like a separate plastic tray. So apart from relaxed hands already on her, you can see that she has a plastic sheet protecting her, well, pretty much her butt and skirt. So plastic sheet there. Tamashii stage arm. The arm and the handle of the Tamashii stage this time for some reason is in the actual tray and not taped onto the back of the box for some reason. It's good though, like when you put this back in the box it's a lot easier to pack up, so I'm not complaining, it's just different. She has a signature sword and a fold up hands, which is almost like Captain Marvelous's. Captain Marvelous, you know, Gokai Red, Super Sentai. You know, he has like folded arms as well that you can use as an accessory. So this sword right here, the gold is nice, silver's good, and the gems look pretty good. It's molded in a soft-ish rubbery plastic. Almost a bit too rubbery. You can see here it's like quite easy to bend. Good thing is in one of these trays, so it won't warp. But these type bits here, these really bend quite easily. But I guess that's a good thing, because for such a small detailed part, especially a weapon where you're going to be taking it off and on, putting it on the hands all the time, you don't really want anything that's brittle and fragile. So I guess the soft rubbery is the way to go forward. It doesn't look like it's soft and rubbery because, you know, good Bandai paint right there. So that's fine and dandy. I guess, you know, I'll just take some photos of her posing with these arms afterwards. So apart from that, I have also this tiny tray. Open up. Okay. Let's see. So first she has, well, on her head she's got on her face right now, it's just sincere face. She has a slightly smiling face, a heart face, a looking to her right face, and the face for Sailor Moon. I don't know why this doesn't come with Tuxedo Carmen for some reason. You'd think that would come with that figure, but no, it's put here instead, so she can do a little heart-shaped thing. I'm still wondering if they think not many people will buy Tuxedo Carmen. I don't know, so they put it here instead, or maybe his box is going to be so jam-packed full of stuff they can't put it in there. And now we have more of these hand holders again, you know, these pretty much like almost Lego stud-like hand holders. And all these hands are on little ball pegs, which is great. Much easier to hold and swap on them. She has a magic spray open hands, fists, different posing hands, flat hands, posing hands, her sword holding hand, and 2 other spray open hands for different posing. But what I don't get is that these hands go in pairs. I get that, so that means these 2 are not pair hands. But still, I don't get why you can't put another few studs on the other side. So if I do want to put more hands there, I can do that. But no, they had to flatten it out and sort of just waste the opportunity there to hold more hands. I just think that, you know, would be much better if they did that, but no. So fine, Bandai. If it be that way, then nah. Alright, figure time. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so articulation. Her neck articulation is a bit weird this time. I'll just take her head off. First time taking the head off, it was a lot harder. It's still quite tough, but that's a good thing, I guess. You can see her neck is pretty much similar to a wiffle tech joint, whereas a little swivel arm, and this thing can rotate on the swivel arm. So it's really hard to do. It's not too hard to do head tilts, but yeah, it's a bit hard to do certain motions. And her neck has no joints underneath, so she doesn't have a moving neck, so which does hinder quite a bit of articulation, in my opinion. I mean, yes, no articulation there. So she can look down just fine, look up, sort of. She can't look more up than that. She can go sideways, but it's always turned, so you got to turn it manually yourself afterwards. So it's a bit annoying. I don't know, a ball peg would just been so much better. I don't know. I mean, these guys are engineers, so they must know better than me, obviously. But can't help but feel like a ball peg might have been better. Oh wells. Okay, and torso joint ball peg up there. That's it. Now, see, there is a sort of, is that joint? Yeah, sort of there, but not hardly noticeable. This figure has major problems with her shoulders. We'll go back to her shoulders. So let's go to the legs first. Standard ball peg there on the arms. I can go down, up, down, swivel here, up, back, sideways. Double knee joint. Foot is on a ball peg. No, it's a bevel tech type joint. So up, down, sideways, kind of sideways. So same as her head, neck joint. Like I said, her hands are on little ball pegs, that's on little arms, so standard S.H.Figuarts style, which is great. Yeah, this arm right here, you can see obviously her little shoulder, little arm sleeves can come off, so you put them on. I wish they would have just kept these like glued down, and on the folded arms just have them like an extra white bit pegged in there. They're trying to save plastic and money so much that even this tiny bit they're not going to copy for the other piece. And that's a huge problem because this thing is really loose. Plug back on there. Well, might as well look inside here. You can see you got a standard same joints in the neck again, but it is plugged onto a ball peg on the inside end. So. And this thing's come off again. It's just really, really loose. Where's the... these things don't rotate because there's a peg. So, plug her back on. I'm scared that I'm going to break these as well. When you pose her, you must hold her arms here. If you try to put it down there, you're starting to peg it. So, put your hands there and, you know, because it pushes against the her little sailor outfit, so you're gonna have to do that. And if you want her arms to go higher, you gotta rotate it up here and just turn her hands like so. So she does have quite a lot of movement here, but you gotta be really careful, or else you'll be constantly unplugging her arm, like oh whoops. And this piece, you gotta have to take this piece out, plug it onto her back onto her arm first because it's really annoying that way, and then plug the hand back in. Seriously, mine must be a bad quality control one because this arm is way too loose. Far too loose, so I'm going to pose it like that. And that's a small piece, so you're going to lose it if you're not careful. Double elbow joint across. So minimum effort, just move the arm, that's okay. And turn. Even when you turn it, it's already pushing against it. Let's see if we can rotate all the way around without. Well, it did, thankfully. So, yeah. So really fragile joints. I guess I'll demonstrate the swapping arm thing just once, so look how easy that comes off. I mean, you know, some people like it easy, but it's too easy. Far too easy. So, peg on. Peg on, and I guess plug in. And rotate this outwards. Try to plug this in. Come on, how hard is this to plug in? I'm gonna do it off camera because my arm's not in a good position when it's on camera. This thing's falling apart. Like a little sleep bits. Okay, plugged in one arm. Plug in the other one properly. I think it's going in properly. I think I've got it as good as it will go. No. So there she is. You might notice that this one is not covering the joints as much as this side. I can't get it plugged in any more than that, and I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to put too much force on it. But that's how it looks. And I mean, when this arm is on, it's really tight. Obviously, because it's not can't move. But if you want to unplug it back again, it's sort of a pain to. Oh. These bits come off. Oh well, it's sort of a pain to plug this in. It's just these bits are still kind of loose. Not as loose as on the normal arms, but they're still quite loose. So that's definitely a bit annoying. First of all, aesthetically, she looks fine. She's got good face print. Her hair looks pretty good. And even though her body mostly is the same as all the other sailors, I do like this color, sort of darker purple blue metallic color. So the print and paint is pretty good. The sword looks, well, simple, but it follows the design quite nicely. It's supposed to look like, so that's fine. A little blue, like, Klein, is that how you say it? Klein blue gem is also pretty good on her chest. She doesn't have the leg problem some of the other sailors have, but it gets stuck or worse, snap. You can watch my set of movie review for that. I got really annoyed. And never got a replacement for it because Bandai sucks in Hong Kong. But she doesn't have that problem. And molding wise, she's pretty good. Like, there's not any, you know, sort of like hair marks anywhere. There's no molding injection lines I can notice really, so that's good. Swapping hands and swapping faces is pretty easy. The joints aren't too loose or too tight, so that's good. And holding the weapons also quite easy in her hand as well. And where she had also a left hand to hold items, you might be saying that's nitpicking, but seriously, why isn't she allowed to hold things with her left hand if you give her other accessories to hold? Accessory count has been pretty good. There are a lot of hands, minus that one hand that would be really useful. Also a hand holding stage and Tamasi stage, so quite a few faces. And for some reason extra face for Moon, but you know, all that's good. So her accessory count's pretty good. She is a Tamashii Web exclusive, so she does cost a bit more than all the other sailors, but if you really like your Sailor Moon characters, then you know, it's not actually that expensive. It costs more than other sailors, but for S.H.Figuarts price, it isn't ridiculous. And you know, she's a Tamashii exclusive, so of course she's going to cost a bit more, especially through the middleman and aftermarket shops. Now of course, my final problem with her is just like all the sailors, without Tamashii stage, forget trying to pose her in different stands, trying to use a blue tack or something if you don't want to use the stage. And of course her arms are way too loose. Not only are her arms loose, but the little sleeve that pegs onto her hands are even looser, and they can sometimes just come off when you're just moving the hands in the joint. So yeah, that's really annoying, and I wish Bandai would have just given us like the sleeves that just glued onto her arms and have extra sleeves glued onto the replacement arms for her arm folding pose. Seriously, that's like so much little extra plastic, and this thing costs more than other S.H.Figuarts anyway because it's Timesheet exclusive. So there's no excuse not to have that tiny extra bit of plastic to go there. Instead we have this really loose joint that's really annoying. All the other sailors have the little sleeve joints there that come off from the arm because it's different plastic, and they didn't just paint it white, they did mold it white plastic. But those don't fall off so easily. Here it's so loose. So I'm thinking maybe use a bit of blue tack, or some people use like varnish, so you actually make the plastic a bit thicker so it doesn't fall off as easily. So some people can do that, so you can try that yourself, like a little bit of nail polish or varnish to thicken the plastic a little bit. And you're gonna have to do that again once in a while when the varnish fades away because of constant, you know, moving the joints and all that. But yeah, annoying. So overall, she's not bad, but she's not great either. She is a Timesheet exclusive for a reason, only for hardcore Sailor Moon fans who really like S.H.Figuarts. The rest of you can probably skip this one. Accessories, well, the sword is kind of nice, it's nothing too special, so yeah, she's okay. And of course, if you do get her, you're gonna have to get the other one, her lesbian lover, so yeah, twofer. Subscribe, suggestions, comment below, and guys, take care and have a nice day. Bye.